This video is sponsored by Squarespace. What's up, Bodyweight Warriors, and welcome back to another video, another follow along. And today is part number 4 of the Big 5 Flexibility series focused on Pancake. If you want to find out more about that whole concept, as well as the concepts we're going to be using in today's video, you can check out this video right here. But for today's video, you're not going to need any equipment really, you're just going to need some time and space, and this will work perfectly as an add-on at the end of your training session. Let's jump straight into it. We're going to kick things off with a quick warm-up, and we're going to start with a channel favorite, which is the hip swivel. So feet just outside of shoulder width, supported, nice. Now we're going to drop both knees to the right-hand side. Whilst you're doing this, you want to try and keep the torso facing forwards. You're going to roll back, drop them to the other side, and that is one swivel. I'm going to do this for 10 total reps, pausing for a few seconds in each position. So right here, we're going to be starting off with a warm-up for hip rotation. It's an important part of the pancake, internal and external. The more we can get the hips moving, the less the lower back needs to do, and the better our pancake is going to look. So 6 now. A couple more each side. And then we're going to finish on the right-hand side. So the first side we went to, we're going to finish on that right-hand side. And all we're going to do is we're going to rotate forward into a 90-90 position. From here, we're going to try and go forward into a glute stretch. We're going to do a couple of reps of PNF here. But the important thing is, as we fold forward, we're thinking about pulling the belly button forward, rolling the hips, feeling the stretch in this glute on the front leg. We're going to try and think about pushing this foot across us. We're going to hold for 5 seconds. So I'm going to ramp up that contraction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to relax deeper. When we relax deeper, I want you to try and start working this back leg from that 90-degree position closer to what would be a pigeon position. So we're just going to move it back slightly. And then that's going to allow us to roll the hips a little bit more over the shin. And we're going to do one more rep here. So press the foot across. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I want you just to move that hip over and try, if you can, to get into a full pigeon position. I'm going to hold this last position now just for 10 seconds. And we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. If this is tough, if you're struggling to get into a pigeon position or really feeling a strong stretch in the glutes, then it's definitely something that's going to help improve your pancake and something you need to work on. Right, go back into that hip swivel position. You're going to rotate round to the left-hand side. Exactly the same thing, so we find ourselves in a nice glute stretch. Roll the hips over, and then we're going to do that first rep of PNF. So I'm going to try and push that foot across my body towards you, towards the camera. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go a little bit deeper. And so I'm going to just try to roll my hip, extend that back leg out. I'm going to do one more rep here. So press the foot across. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just going to try and roll that hip. I'm going to hold this last position now for 10 total seconds extra. Beautiful. We're going to come back to that center position, and we're actually going to go back to a very similar starting position, so similar to that hip swivel, and instead we're going to try and grab the inside of our feet. So we're going to have hands inside the knees, knees bent, grab the feet. And what I want you to do is think about this kind of arching of the spine and rolling of the hips. So I'm imagining that I've got a rope with my belly button and I'm pulling my belly button through. So I'm going to try and pull my chest up, pull my belly button through, feel the hips rotate. So there should be a little bit of a stretch in the adductors, the inside of the groin, and then flex back. Just going to do 5 of these. So try to inhale, pull the belly button through, roll the hips, exhale, let the spine rise. So we're just trying to get some movement in the hips. And think about that doing the work as opposed to the glutes. 5 until we're done 3 now. So exhale, roll back down, inhale, pull the belly button through. Last one here. Beautiful. We're going to finish up with a little bit more of a warm up just to get some blood flowing in the lower body, and that is with some Cossack squats. So for this one, I'm going to take a straddle stance, start on the right hand side. We're just going to shift over, lower ourselves down. We can use a little bit of resistance if you want. Let that foot turn up, and we want to feel like the majority of our body is going to be over this right leg. Get a straight leg, get a stretch over that other side. Pause for a few seconds, back up to the start. Same thing down. Now, if you struggle to perform this without assistance, you can use an anchor. Like I've got hold of this front in front of me. I can then sit down further. I can hold on to it. A pole, a chair, something to hold on in front of is also great. So it's going to alternate and come down. Pause for 4 or 5 seconds. Back to that starting position. So we're going to do 10 in total, so 5 per side. So the third one this side. Fourth. Might be worth just sort of experimenting a little bit with the foot width as well if it doesn't quite feel as comfortable as you'd like it. Or alternatively, if you're feeling this a lot in the ankle, try just elevating the heel slightly so we can focus on feeling the stretch on the thigh, the inside of the thigh, the adductor. That's the focus of this drill. We're not necessarily overly concerned about our ankle flexibility in relation to Pancake. So last rep on the right hand side, now shift over, last rep on the left hand side, and then we can begin. So as all the other videos, we're going to do a strengthen, then lengthen, and we're going to focus on the hip flexors. But we need to get the hip flexors strong, not only lifting up, but also in an abducted range of motion, so they're like out to the side. Now, I'll give you 2 levels to this one. The common one we're going to do would be a pancake leg lift. Now, this is only going to work if you're able to sit in a pancake so that we have at least a 90-degree angle here. If you cannot sit on the floor in pancake, we need to be doing this standing. That's the absolute golden thing. If you can't get forward a little bit, there's absolutely no point working your pancake seated. So for those of you who struggle, we're going to do a one where we have basically we'll be sat on a bench. So it's kind of like a seated good morning position. We're going to do exactly the same thing, but we've just got a little bit of room below us to bend the knees, and the legs don't have to be fully straight, but we can still work the hip flexors and the glutes. So you're basically going to try and lift up as hard as you can. Both of these, we're going to do 5 reps of 5-second hold, and then we're going to pair it with a lengthening exercise afterwards. So I'm going to demonstrate 2. We're going to do the easy one first, we're going to do the harder one second. So get yourself into a position where you can do the seated one. If you're on the floor's great. You might need a chair, a bench, etc. to do this seated version. Let's jump straight into it. Wide as you can do with the knees, hands supporting, so you're pressing down. We're going to lift those knees up as high as we can and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. So you may get a little bit of cramping, absolutely fine. Try to shake it off and continue. Another rep here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more. Lift again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice when I'm lifting out as wide as I can, as well as high as I can. So it's both together, out and up. Lift again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last rep here. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the more advanced version would just be going straight from there. Okay, short rest now. I'm going to move on to the lengthening version. And for that, we're going to perform a pancake reach. Here, As I mentioned, if you can't sit on the floor, you're going to want to work this one standing, because the most important thing is that we have gravity on our side to help with the stretch. So what we're going to do here is we're going to fold forward into a pancake, comfortable straddle whip. So if you go too wide, you're going to feel unsafe. So comfortable enough so you're working the inside of the hamstrings. And then what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and reach the hands forward, and I'm going to try and, whilst doing so, fall backwards with the hips. So the weight's going to be in the heels of the feet. So I'm pushing the hips backwards and I'm reaching the hands forward. And what that's doing is pulling me closer to my thigh. So we're going to fold forward into a stretch. We're going to reach forward. We're going to hold for 10 seconds. So with the hands lifting up, but I'm trying to pull my chest down. 5, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. But when I relax, I'm going to relax in the stretch. So I'm going to try and fold further forward. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. So 10 seconds. Lift the hands up. Push the butt backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Remember, when we're relaxing, we're not coming out of the stretch. We're staying in the stretch. We're going to do last rep here. Squeeze the quads, keep the legs straight, keep the low engaged. Lift the hands up, push the hips back. Reach. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we can relax. Hold for a final 5 seconds. And that is the first set done. So the first set of the strength and then lengthen. That's the more beginner version. So we've got bent leg to start with. I'm going to do standing pancake. Now, we're going to do exactly the same thing for set number 2. If you can do, you're going to do it with the legs straight. So again, seated, lifting legs up. And then we're going to do exactly the same second drill. We're going to do it in a seated position. And I'm going to reach as far forward as I can with my hands in front of me. So same drill, same reps, same everything. It's just you need to make a choice based on, can I sit in a pancake? If I'm sitting upright, gravity's not going to be doing any help whatsoever. It's just going to make the stretch impossible. So we're going to take another 20 seconds or so of rest, and then we're going to jump into that second set. So make the adjustments as you need to. Note on the last one, how did it feel? Did you see some improvement? And another 5 seconds, and we can go again. We're going to do 5 reps, 5-second holds. Beware of the cramps in the hips. Beware of the sore hip flexors the day after as well. So get ready. And when you lift as well, when you're doing the straight legs, squeeze the quads first. Make sure the legs are straight, and then lift up. 5 reps, 5 seconds. So lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Getting a bit of cramp in my right leg. I'm going to shake it off. I'm going to do 4 more. So lift again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like before, I'm trying to lift both out and up. Then rep number 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's important to note, keep an eye on how high you're lifting your feet. If you're able to lift your feet up here, walk your hands further forward until it's about 5 centimeters from the floor. 2 more reps. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. We've got last one. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I'm going to take 15 seconds, and I'm going to go for those pancake reaches again. So we're just going to do this in a seated position. So exactly the same thing. I want you to try and reach as far forward as you can do, and think about trying to close this gap between your stomach and your hips. I'm going to reach. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And remember, when we're relaxing, we're staying in the stretch. We're not coming out of the stretch, we're staying in it. Same thing again here, we want to make sure we're squeezing the quads, keeping the quads engaged, the legs straight. Reach. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in the stretch. And last one here. Reach. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to stay in this last bit of stretch for 10 seconds here. And because this is the second set, as I mentioned in all the other videos, it's important that we consider how we measure our flexibility. So for example here, can I get my chest to a yoga block? Can I get it to a yoga block that is flat? Can I get my head down to the ground? We're going to make all of these points so we have some sort of measure as to, are we getting better week on week? That's absolutely crucial for flexibility. Feel free to add another set if you want to, but that is basically this routine. So that is a quick and dirty pancake routine. It's important to note that you should be able to do a palms to floor pike position before really starting this routine. That's going to help unlock the hips first. You can go check out that video that I follow along right here. It's also important to note today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. Squarespace is a powerful online platform that helps you create your own space to share whatever it is that you're interested in. It's what I've used to host my business for the past 6 years. It's got great features such as members only areas so you can generate revenue, and you can also have direct contact with your members using tools such as their newsletter building engine. If you want to find out more, you can head on over to squarespace.com and create your website. And when you're ready to go live, go to this link and you'll get 10% off a website or domain. Thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Other than that, hope you enjoy the routine. Have a strong week. Peace.